So why the hell did MK1 failed where 9, 10, 11, yes, even 11 succeeded? Well, let's talk about it. Let's go.
Let it rip, guts and spill. The mileage I carry make bitch niggas squeal.
MK9 had a success revitalizing the franchise and bringing us the old MK style in a modern day fighting game. Revitalizing the franchise, bringing us the old MK style in a modern day fighting game. Adapted with new cool mechanics, introducing us to tag teams. The crypto was alright, the ladder was good. It felt like an actual MK game brought to modern day standards. And the story, mwah, do I really need to talk about the story? It was something special. The characters had a fresh, cool redesign, but don't worry, your old costume is still there. You could still be playing with the classics. The online was good, it just needed some more work put into it. So in general, MK9 succeeded in bringing back the franchise from the grave and revitalizing it by modern fighting game standards. So in general, MK9 succeeded in bringing back the franchise from the grave and revitalizing it by modern fighting game standards, all while keeping its roots. Basically, MK9 succeeded in bringing back the franchise from the dead and revitalizing it.
This is it, 1-1. Nice, here comes a combo. Very impressive from the adaptation from Jock. Very impressive.
Wow, all right. Oh, I love the throw. You can't break the throws.
Wow.
Get that mix up.
Good throw break in the corner. Oh, could have punished that. Here comes the combo.
Oh, and he does.
Now, MKX is when we start to get a little more greedier, a little more dark, a little more competitive. Yes, MK9 was competitive as well, but in X is when men start to separate themselves from truly. The competitive was highly contested, and I'm talking about really contested. They finally had open PS4 tournaments for everyone to play. This was getting lit. It's everywhere now. Frenetic gameplay. It's like every match you saw, it's like every match you were watching, you have seen an unseen combo. MKX was literally peak competitive. It's like every match you're watching, you would see an unseen combo, a crazy combo down wild. It's like every match you saw a new combo. MKX was literally peak competitive. It was flames, and yes, MKX was a good upgrade from 9.
Safe on block.
Yeah, about 35% here, and it is. All right, teleport. Oh, very nice.
Again, trying to convert.
A down jab instead of a standing jab.
Oh, this could be
Does
it.
not have breaker because
not quite there. Hold on. Can he get out of this?
Oh!
Magic
I don't believe it!
Wow! It was a double KO. Carl now pressing in the corner. Oh, jump out. Perfect time, but there's the spin.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
That was a heartbreaker.
MKX was a good upgrade from 9, and then we get to 11, which still is known as the most hated, but MK11 introducing us to a complete plethora of new mechanics, etc. But the main thing MK11 succeeded in was a global introduction to the new players. Yes, that's right. From all these years, the game that we MK fans most dislike is the game that finally introduced the game to a broader audience. MK11 introduced more new players from different countries. I think that we've wanted to happen since a decade. Tekken, you had the most of Asia, you had the most of American, Europe, etc. Street Fighter, just like Tekken, most of the Asia, Europe, sometimes Africa, Spain, etc. And now finally, we got people from different places playing the game, which finally was supposed to bring us more respect in the fighting game community, just like the other fighting games community. It would finally vouch for us as a fighting game. It would finally vouch for us as an authentic fighting game. Now, I'm not gonna specifically say vouch for us or authentic, because that is disrespectful as fuck when MK literally unknowingly influenced a lot of new games. Yes, so you can't say MK has no influence. We just didn't have more people from around the world to vouch for us, which when we got to MK11 we finally did. So yeah, MK11 introduced the game to a broader audience. Like I said, we didn't have a lot of people vouching for us. Mortal Kombat was a very influential franchise, but like I said, we still didn't have enough people talking about us. But when we get to 11, finally we did it. MK11 introduced the game to a broader audience, and now you would think in 1, when we finally achieve our goals, right? And now you would think, oh wow, so what do they need to do in the next one? Oh, it's easy. Just take the bad feedback that they took from 11, take the bad things off it and throw it in the trash and listen to the players and actually make a good game. So we finally have the definitive Mortal Kombat experience for everyone to finally up it and finally make us, the MK community, be considered as an authentic fighting game. Finally achieving our goals, right? Wrong. Say what you want about 11, but it at least achieved a goal that we've wanted to achieve for a long time, and one completely ruined it. They weren't planning an MK game at all. I don't know about you guys, but in my mind, since they explained the game, I've always had a feeling in the back of my head, superheroes and sidekicks. Come on, it was obvious they weren't planning an MK game. All the new players that we done got from 11, most of them done left because they tried it, and like us, they understood that the game is bad. It was rushed. I mean, come on. We have Goichi, a Japanese player, playing the game once, and he was actually decent. So you would think that they would fix all the errors from 11 and only bring the positives that all the players agreed that made the game good. But no, you see MK11 was a break in the sales. Just for you to understand this, MK11 sold 5,000 copies in LTD profits, and that was in 2022. It's believed that Mortal Kombat 11 sold around 15 million copies. Clash in it has the best selling title in the franchise. That has to be a legacy stretching back 1992, basically 3 million copies around the world. Remember when I told you we got a lot of new players around the world? Yeah. And now obviously you wouldn't thought that they would make a game that breaks records, right? You would have thought that they would listen to the backlash from 11 to correct those errors and finally bring us a game changer in fighting games, finally bringing us a definitive Mortal Kombat, but they failed. You know why? MK is now from Warner Bros, and Warner Bros is a company, as you know and have already seen. MK11 felt like it was made in a rush to just launch it with all the deluxe editions, etc., to just make money from it. I mean, come on, do you really think Warner Bros would miss the opportunity to make all this money from this game after 11? Are you insane? Are you serious? Of course not. They wouldn't miss it for a damn thing in the world. Listen, I'm no expert in companies, so correct me if I'm wrong, but this is what I think happened. The top executives that deal with Mortal Kombat saw the success and were like, oh shit, and we're like, holy shit, hey, stop that injustice shit, we need a new MK. So in my opinion, that's what happened. MK1 failed because the game was made in a rush after the success of 11. Everybody and their mom was saying that they were obviously planning a new MK game, an Injustice game, or other game. They rushed for profit. Basically, they just listened to the old fans about fun gameplay, so they just made a broken game with what they thought was fun, what they thought was a fun mechanic. Obviously, playing an Injustice game or other game, they just rushed for profit. They just listened to the fan. They just listened to the old fans that were talking about, hey, we want a fun new more gameplay like 9 used to be. And I've watched a Dynasty video, and throughout the video I found out that they are planning to focus on more live services game. Do I need to say anything else? That's why it's failing. It's basically becoming like all these new games that are coming out, but MK is a fighting game. Like, this is stupid. You don't see Street Fighter doing this, you don't see Tekken doing this, you don't see most of the fighting games doing this. You know why? Because this is stupid, and apparently they're doing this because they're in death. But even if they weren't in death, I'm pretty sure they would still do it, no cap. So yeah, in my opinion, that's why MK1 is failing.
Gameplay breakdown. And one thing I want to talk about is a lot of people are complaining about the graphics and how it looks. And I see what they're talking about, to be honest. I don't mind it, but it looks very Injustice-y. You know what I mean? It looks very Injustice-y. It's almost, to me, looks like they maybe started an Injustice game, but then they had to make it an MK or something like that. Which would make sense, right? Because the last game was MK. So maybe that's what happened. And just look at like Kitana and Melina here. Like, they're in like a Clash animation. They just... Like, the characters in this game, they just look, they don't look like, they don't have that, like, realistic look that MK usually has. Like, look at Scorpion here. He looks very Injustice-y. Look at the way he powers up. It almost looks like it looks like Flash's Super. Flash, Super, Injustice 2. Sorry if y'all heard. Look at that, look! Look!
I know.
Okay. Look! It's literally the same shit.
I have to essentially press 2-1 at the same time and then do this low. So I'm gonna try to set up the moment that it has, because the switch is to do it right after. There's a way around it. So so check this out. We're already running into another problem. I am pressing 2 and assist at the same time. I'm getting literally nothing. I'm actually getting literally nothing. No attack. Which is like, what? And this is a game where you call assist constantly. You call assist during attacks. You do all this stuff. Nothing. Does not come out.
Oh, and I'm running an MK9 tonight for 5,000. Pull up. All you need to do is subscribe and leave a like. Follow me on Instagram, and voila, you're in. I'll hit you guys up on the details of the tournament in an upcoming video. But basically, that's it. And I'm out.
Yeah, real chat Tennessee tight. Real chat Tennessee tight. Real chat Tennessee tight. Real chat Tennessee tight. Look, real chat Tennessee Titan. On my body tank, no limit. NASCAR racing, no license.